Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Wildwitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildwitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight we're playing D&D. This session features a Mortal Guardian side quest that takes our brave heroes out on an exciting adventure out into the world of Velinara and perhaps beyond. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller, and with me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder. And we'll begin with an introduction for Seraphina.
Hello everyone, I'm Connor, and I am playing Seraphina, a Winter Eladrin Sorcerer Warlock. She's got an affinity for the moon and the cold, and is a wielder of a Lunarthorn staff.
We'll see how well that's going to go. Uh, Next up for our introductions, let's learn of Evandel. Oh, did Cable...
Of course, I was muted.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Cable. I'm playing Evanel. Evanel's a High Elf College of Swords bard. Rocks some heavy old gear that's come his way, and just tries to keep his nose clean.
Amazing. And next up for our introductions, let's learn of Verity.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm playing Verity. She is a changeling warlock with a very special patron. It's Tithway.
There it is.
Ew. And then last but not least, let's learn of Nahara.
Hi, I'm Radiant, and I'm playing Nahara, who is a tiefling wizard, level 20. She's very smart, and she has good handle on spells and books and all of those wonderful things, except for her personal life. That she still needs a lot of help with.
With that, I believe we are good to begin our session. As you close your eyes, the world around you, you find yourselves in a moonlit grove. Tall trees adorned with silvery leaves cast shadows that dance in the gentle night air. In the center of a clearing, a young girl with silver hair, Alara, sits alone on a moss-covered rock, her eyes filled with innocence. The air shimmers with a soft melody as a tiny, luminous sprite flutters down from the moonlit branches. The sprite's wings glisten like stardust, and a warm glow emanates from its ethereal form. It approaches Alara with a twinkle in its eye, and a soothing voice echoes in the grove. "Hello," says the tiny sprite with an amiable smile, its voice as gentle as a lullaby. I'm Alunvari. Alara looks up, captivated by the sprite's radiant presence. Can we play together? Alunvari asks, curiously. And to Alara's delight. Thus begins a lifelong friendship between the two creatures. One of the world, and another, far more sinister. As the two laugh and sing in secret, Alinvari whispers words of encouragement and empowerment to Alara, promising her untold potential throughout her life. The sprite's words wrap around Alara's heart like a comforting cloak, and the once innocent gaze in her eyes begins to flicker with now a newfound determination. And as the years grow longer and the moonlight deepens, Alinvari's benevolent facade draws back like a veiled curtain, revealing a dark and twisted visage beneath the luminous exterior. It is a horned and shadowy form of nothing less than an archdevil, bent upon evil in all its manifestations, and especially those of corruptions. The grove trembles around Alara as she turns, entangled in the dark machinations of a celestial tyrant, toward her unsuspecting sister, Seraphina, an envious gleam in her eyes. Years later, and our story begins, or picks up, as you emerge from the gateway into the Nightvine Bastion, the realm of the Lunar Sovereign. Here you have pursued Alara Moonshadow, as she ripped open a corrupted portal, unleashing a blight upon the majestic and otherworldly realm. Between the astral veils and the ethereal realms, this celestial haven is bathed in the soft glow of an eternal moon, one whose glowing form hangs above a magnificent tree at the center of the domain. This enchanted realm, ruled by the enigmatic Lunar Sovereign, is a sanctuary where the spirits of the night and the fey creatures that thrive in the silvery and protective radiance that champions benevolence and discovery. You enter into this space not alone. You have companions and allies at your side. Seraphina, Avondale, Verity, Nahara, Slindra, and Alai. All here. As you are emerging from the portal, you are in a glade. Moonflowers, once bathed in the silvery luminescence, are now emitting an eerie, sickly glow of umbral gray and withering violet. The air is thick and palpable, a sense of infectious darkness wrapping around you. The very essence of the grove seems to writhe like tendrils as the shadows spread across once pristine grassy grounds. You feel it more than hear it. From the heart of this glade, the laughter of Moonshadow as she seems to spiral up in a column of dark smoke and purple ash. There's a moment, hesitation, as she hovers. There's no thought, no seeming to weigh an option as she snarls and flies away. As you look around, trying to gain your bearings here and feeling the sickness and the corruption. Roll for me perception checks, please.
May I do two things, which is when we have a chance, I want to cast a mage armor on myself and then foresight on Seraphina.
Okay. So, you can do one of those in this moment.
I will cast foresight on Seraphina.
Okay. As Nahara casts foresight here, Verity, surprising.
Yes, I know.
You're the one to notice this. In the wake of the evil magic that Moonshadow carried through this space, there is wildlife. Twisted forms, violent. You see as they come to greet you, not with any sort of true welcoming. Treants, entangled with shadowy vines, eyes glowing an unholy light. Small beasts, covered by an inky existence, trembling and scurrying through its roots. There is a haunting howl, and they launch forward and attack. We're rolling initiatives.
Oh.
I forgot about foresight.
Yeah, why don't we do a blood feast battle? That seems appropriate. Nahara gets to go first. What would you like to do?
How many can I get within 20 feet circle?
Depends. Are you trying to get all of the...
I would love to get all
well,
of them.
hold on.
Go ahead.
Are you trying to get all of the corruption, or just the corruption you can see?
All of the corruption within that feat as I cast Fireball.
Ooh, fireball in a sacred forest? We'd love to see how that works.
It is, if it makes a difference, Dex 24. I'm gonna cast it at 4th level.
Okay.
If it fails, 39 points of fire damage.
I wonder how the god of this domain feels about that.
I'm
I
okay
mean,
with it.
it's all corrupted, right? Its fire is it renews forest.
With what you are going to learn, that might change.
Okay, consequences of my actions. Okay.
Oh, yeah. 100% consequences of actions.
Oh, I'm about to get my ass kicked.
There is a scream that wells up in response to the fire. Not just of one voice, but of many. Anything else on your turn, Nahara?
No, now that I'm scared. No, that's it. Thank you.
Serafina, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do just aim for a single creature of one of this corruption, and I'm gonna hit it with a ray of frost.
Alright, do you wish to try and hit a beast or the treant? What would you like to try and target?
Let's try the beast.
Okay, there's 4 of them, so easy enough to choose one.
Okay. Roll that with advantage. Double nat 20. How about that?
Ooh.
That's a good sign. All right, so that's 32 plus 23 and then spell, so that's 55, and then I get another with the spell bombardment. That's 4, so I believe that's 59 points of cold damage.
59 points of cold damage. Okay, good to know. There is a snarl from that creature. Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
Our beasts are going to move in, and as they scurry forward, they are going to... We've got one going to Verity, one going to Serafina, and 2 going to Nahara. Verity, the one on you, will make 2 Talon attacks. That is a 21 and a 27.
Sure.
First one does 18 points of slashing damage, and the second one does 19 points of slashing damage. You are, after these attacks, grappled and considered restrained.
Okay.
For the one on Serafina, we're getting a beak attack and a talon strike.
Okay.
The first attack with the beak is a 16.
That misses.
And with the talon, another 16. You're fine. Serafina, Nahara, you've got 2 over near you. You've got a talon attack from, or 2 talon attacks from 1. First one will miss with a 14, yes?
Yeah, my AC is 25.
How you've only been able to cast the Foresight.
Oh, I apologize. That's 22.
Okay. So, then the 13 will miss as well. And then we've got a beak attack. With a 24, that will hit.
Yep.
And then that's looking at 26 points of piercing damage. Do you have any spell effects that are currently around you?
I do not.
All right. Choose for me one of your magic items in possession then.
Oh my god! Bracer of defense.
Great. Can you make me a charisma save?
Actually, quick question. Does it, I mean, do you need a specific level or no?
I just need to have a magic item, such like a bracers of defense,
Okay.
which you've named.
Oh, okay. Can I retcon that and change that?
You don't even know what's happening here.
I'm about to die. Okay, go ahead.
Roll for me a charisma save, please.
Oh, 0 modifier. 14.
You lose the benefits of that item for the next minute.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna hurt my AC.
All right. You still have another beast on you, or he's still got his second attack, which is going to be a Talon Strike. And that is a natural 20.
Can I silvery barbs
wait.
that?
Sure.
Okay.
Brings that down to a natural 1.
Oh,
And that's it for the beasts.
I'm gonna give that advantage to myself.
All right. So we've got the one on... So I don't forget. One on Verity, one on Seraphina, and the 2 on Nahara. And then we've got a figure that sort of comes out from underneath the shadow of the treant. A humanoid figure, but of bark and leaves. A dryad. And as she stands here, she's going to make her way over towards Nahara, and you can see the charred embers here. And that's going to be 3 attacks she takes towards Nahara.
Oh. I pissed somebody off.
21 to hit.
Yeah, my AC is now 20.
22 then will also hit. I need a dexterity save, please.
Is it a spell or magical effect?
It would be a magical effect here, as it is coming from her staff.
Advantage.
16 damage from the first strike.
Must remain 14 misses.
A 14 will
Fails.
fail. So you are restrained by the vines that seem to come from the ground, these darkened tendrils. 12 points of damage from the second attack. Now she's got advantage. So 26 will hit. And that will be 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Alright. And then Evandel's turn comes up. You've got 4 beasts, 2 on Nahara, 1 on Seraphina, 1 on Verity, a dryad also over near Nahara, and a massive treant.
God. So many sweet, sweet options. I mean, I'm digging what the treant is putting down. Am I though? So I'm gonna go ahead and oh heck, why not? I'm gonna go introduce myself. Yeah, treants. Am I aware that our treant? Maybe as a player, I'm not even sure about this. Are they possess their own free will, right?
Yes, they are sentient creatures.
I mean, this one might be screwed up, but Evandel's gonna slide over there and say, "You would do yourself a great service if you were to leave this battlefield, and we would take that into consideration in the future."
Can I help by saying I'm sorry?
I don't think that will help in this moment. So what is it that Avondale you are attempting to? Are you trying to do like a persuasion check, or is this a spell?
Sure, persuasion, yes.
Go ahead, make that. You are in combat. I'm going to say this is at disadvantage.
Okay, so with my silvery barbs, I'm making a normal roll.
That sounds about right.
Okay, 30.
I will keep a 30 in mind.
Okay, so that would... I don't have a bonus action spell, so yeah, okay. That's it for me. I might regret not looking deeper into bonus action options, but...
All right. Then it is Verity's turn. Verity, I would like to remind you that you are restrained.
Right. Now just so I'm aware, does forced movement can that be used to break a grapple?
It can, depending on what it is.
Like if I had a spell that would push something back 10 feet, would that work?
It could. The way that it functions is that there's not really a clear thing. This is DM educating. So it really depends on the way that it grapples. So if it's something that's entirely consuming, like the vines, probably not. But you've got this thing's talon in you, so it's like more hooked into you. So there's a chance that it could, but, you know, it's also hooked into you, so it's a chance that it might stay.
Okay. We'll try it, and if it doesn't work, then
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try and wedge my hands in between me and the beast. And we'll go for an Eldritch Blast. I'm looking to push it away. 20 to hit.
A 20 will hit the beast.
16 force.
And it will be pushed away.
Great. We'll keep at it then. 33 to hit. For 12 force. A 30 for 18. And a 35 for 13.
All right. It's looking hurt, but it's also looking ravenous. As if it's been starved to a point, and it's almost frothing and foaming with hunger.
Great. Well, now I feel bad.
Don't.
This poor creature.
Anything else from Verity?
Not at the moment.
All right. Then it is our treant's turn. And the treant will, taking into the 30, not attack Avondale. Even though Avondale, I believe, is the closest.
Hey, buddy. What's up?
So instead, you watch as the roots will lift up one of the boulders and rocks nearby.
Oh, no.
And he's going to toss it out towards Seraphina.
Oh,
boy.
no.
That is a 17 to hit Seraphina.
Put my shield up.
Okay. Then you watch as the rock rocks against this arcane force and drops right in front of you. You probably would have been squished by that if you had not shielded. And with that, the treant's turn comes to an end. Nahara, we come to your turn. You are restrained, and you've got 3 upset figures nearby.
I'm sorry. I said that out loud.
It's a little late for sorry.
But
Yes.
okay. I'm gonna then do something really mean. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fireball centered around me. I'm a evocation wizard, so me and my friends don't get hurt. And I'm gonna use the over channel special,
Uh,
where it's got a max. Oh, go ahead.
the um, the Dryad's going to use a reaction here
To counterspell me?
to suppress magic.
Ooh.
I'm sorry?
So, the area bursts, and for a moment, as you are trying to draw upon the spell, everything seems to wither and die that has a magical sort of base. If you are not wielding a weapon of artifact level rarity, it loses its magical properties during this suppression. You cannot call upon the threads of the weave and of the veils here.
Just a weapon?
now, now we're going.
Hold on.
Okay, so what does that mean to the spell that I was trying to do? Do I use the spell slot but nothing happens?
The spell slot is utilized, and then it's negated by the anti-magic that is existing here currently.
Out of curiosity, how long does that last?
You don't know.
Connor! Okay.
Anything else, Nahar? That's your action.
Yeah. I don't have. Do I? Do... Okay, that's it. Please. Oh. Okay, telekinetic shove. It's not a spell, right?
Let me look at that. It is not a spell, but it is magic, which is negated in this moment.
Okay, thank you. That's my turn.
Seraphina, it's your turn. You've got one of the beasts in front of you.
Okay. So you said the anti-magic field is affecting everything other than artifact level items.
Correct.
Yeah, I had questions about that.
I believe your items go as far as legendary, not
Uh-huh.
artifacts.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that means my staff would be useless here.
Your staff is still a staff, it just doesn't get its fancy bonuses currently.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Can I try and shock and grasp this creature? Or am I still in this anti-magic field?
You can try, you'll find out if you're still in it. You still feel a disconnect, I'll say.
Oh man. Or well, it's only a cantrip. I'm not wasting the spell. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try it.
As you reach out, unfortunately nothing comes. You can continue with an unarmed strike as part of that, but the magic does not come forward.
Good to know. That's my turn.
Okay. The beasts are going to go, and they seem also to be affected by this suppression of magic, but not in the same way. You see them almost turn feral, trying to dig at the ground, as if their senses are somewhat affected, and unfortunately that means they cannot attack this round. At the start of the Dryad's turn, you feel a crackling return to the energies here, as the suppression is no longer in effect.
Interesting.
And she is going to... she is going to... conjure around Nahara a aura of what may have once been a radiant moonlight, but now it is cold and gray and ghastly, as this beam of energy is centered upon you. Avondale, it's your turn. The treant seems to be uninterested in you, or at least taking your words to its mind and not targeting you.
Well, I mean, what I had told it is to get the fuck out, but
It did what it could in its situation.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to. This is weird. Let's go ahead and try and banish the treant.
Okay. That's a charisma save, yeah?
It's a charisma 25 save.
Yeah. The treant is banished.
Okay, so I'm
For now.
concentrating on that. Yep. Okay, that's an action. So that's it for me.
Verity, it's your
Yes.
turn. You feel the crackling energy of the veils return to you. You do have one of these creatures in front of you, no longer taloned into you, but it's still in your visual range. What would you like to do?
Well, I feel bad for the creature, so Dryad seems a problem, though. So
You should not feel bad for the creature.
well, I do. I'd like to try and send the guiding bolt towards the Dryad.
Okay.
29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 39 radiant.
All right.
And I'll send some healing to Nahara. She seems concerned. 13.
All right.
Thank you.
And then with that, it'll be Nahara's turn, because our treant is currently banished.
Okay. So I have this little beam on top, just centered around me.
Which means at the start of your turn, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god. It's a magical effect, right?
It is. It is a spell. Are you a shape changer?
No.
Okay.
That's 14.
Unfortunately, a 14 is not enough. Which means you will be taking the damage here of...
What is that? Is that moonbeam?
of a sort. That's going to be 13 points of radiant damage and another 5 points of necrotic. And that's at the start of your turn.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I have literally like no. Ooh.
I will also remind
can't
you that
even-
you are restrained.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
So if you'd want to move away from this, you'd either have to use some sort of magic to teleport yourself, or use your
Which I
action,
can't do.
or use your action to break out. Well, no, the suppression's gone. Did you not
Oh!
hear me? Two people literally just cast spells.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and cast haste on myself with my action. With my hasted action, I'm gonna vortex warp my butt out of here. Can I move back like 50 feet?
Sure.
Thank you. End the turn.
It is Seraphina's turn.
I feel this energy come back. Let's try this again. I'm going to shocking grasp this beast that is in front of me.
Go for it.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 24, and then spell bombardment is another 3, so 27 lightning damage.
Beautiful. Anything else from Seraphina?
No, that is it.
It is our beasts go, and as the suppression of magic is no longer in effect, that sort of disorientation of them is gone as well, and you now all see the hunger in their eyes as they turn to face towards Verity and Seraphina, the closer figures who have been releasing the magic that they so crave, it seems. And they will rush in to descend. So the one in front of Seraphina is going to go for a beak attack first.
Okay.
With a gentleman's 20 to hit.
Shield goes up.
Okay. The second attack from this creature is a talon attack.
Okay.
But a 14 misses. Verity, the one that you spared, comes rushing at you with a beak strike.
Sure.
With a 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For 12 points of piercing damage. Do you have any spell effects on you currently?
No.
Can you choose for me then a magical item?
Sure. Rod of Pact Keeper.
Great. Roll for me a charisma saving throw, please.
That's 15.
A 15 just makes what you need.
Oh my goodness, okay.
It does not consume the magic.
Great.
But you do have two others that are on their way, one towards Seraphina and one towards Verity, each of you now having 2. Each of you getting another beak attack.
And
So that is a 20 to hit Verity.
Mm-hmm.
For 14 points of piercing damage. Another charisma saving throw, please.
20.
You're fine, and the Talon Strike misses with a natural 1. Over towards Seraphina, another beak attack. It misses because of your shield, so you're fine, but a Talon attack comes forward. And misses with a natural 1, so you're fine. That's it for the beasts. Some of them are looking real hurt, but they're all looking hungry. Our Dryad is going to see where Nahara has moved. Will cancel the gleaming lights here, and instead the area begins to grow rapidly between where Nahara you're at You said you moved 50 feet away?
Yes.
Between where you're at and the rest of the battlefield. As the corrupted plant growth suffocates itself in matters of seconds. The area is thick and overgrown. Any creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot that it moves.
Is that what area is that specifically?
Away from the fight.
Yeah, okay.
It's mainly around Nahara. It's trying
Yeah.
to sort of keep Nahara at bay, it seems. The Dryad might be trying to separate some people that she doesn't like.
I mean,
We
I
look-
get that.
We love
Nahara's
tactics.
like
I
that.
mean, you banished a treant. Of course you get that. My heavy hitter out of here. Evandel, it's your turn.
Okay, so he's going to dramatically spin with his cloak billowing out behind him and leap at the Dryad you said is doing all the spellcasting?
Well, yeah, and it's not the
Yeah.
beasts.
Right. And then give the Dryad some stabbiness.
She's glowing.
Who's glowing?
The Dryad.
Yeah, she
Oh,
got
so I
hit.
have advantage?
Yeah, she got hit with a guiding bolt.
Okay, well, I'm just going to fish then, just in case. Alright, well, for 16 damage, I'm going to throw a d6 defensive on there. So that'll add another 2 damage. And then the second hit, or the second strike, oh, is suspiciously similar, for 14 damage.
Okay, she's looking pretty hurt.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's it for me.
All right. Then it is Verity's turn.
I'm getting a lot of attention from these creatures, but Dryad still seems the bigger problem. Am I restrained again by them?
No, none of the talent attacks hit, if I remember correctly. It was just the beak
Okay.
attacks.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to ignore them for just a moment. And we'll try and send another guiding bolt towards the Dryad. For a 25 to hit. And that's 42 radiant.
And that is the Dryad down.
Nice.
And Nahara is quite a ways away.
50 feet. Covered in a jungle.
Okay. I'll stand there. That's my turn.
Alright. Can't do anything where he's vibing out on a beach and it's absolutely miserable. Nahara,
Oh, gotta add to that counter.
it's your turn.
Okay, how many creatures are left?
There are 4 creatures, but they are again 50 feet away and past all of this movement that again takes 4 feet to move for every 1 foot.
How many can I get within 20 feet radius?
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
I'm about to do that.
Yeah, do it.
I'm about to do Dex 24 save,
Okay.
Fireball 5th level, and I've got that wonderful over channel.
Okay.
That's 60 points on a fail.
Again, you hear many screams into the night.
Well, just the 4 creatures. I'm an evil creature wizard.
You hear many screams into the night.
Oh, fuck. Fudge, sorry.
Three of them fall. The two on Seraphina and one of the ones on Verity. Kelsey, I love you. But now the being that is over on Verity is looking over at Nahara again, and that sort of salivation, the frothing at its mouth, hunger. Anything else from Nahara? You are hasted.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw firebolt at it.
Okay.
That is 31 to hit for a total of 27 points of fire damage.
When this thing falls, it makes not a sound. But there are no more beasts, just a treant that is being banished for a moment. Evandel,
Yeah.
you can break concentration at any time. Do you plan on bringing it back, or do you want to give your companions a reprieve?
Well, yeah, no. I'll without bringing it back, I'll say there's still a tree to deal with. That'll be back in seconds.
We'll be
It's-
alright.
It seems somewhat reasoning. Okay, and if everyone seems ready, he'll just take a step back from where it's coming
cast
back.
mage armor on myself.
We're not quite out of an initiative. You just had your turn.
Okay.
And bring it back.
Okay. Seraphina, it is your turn as the treant reappears.
I'd like to fire 4 shots of Eldritch Blast into this treant.
Why? He's my buddy.
Is he though?
Yeah, he's my buddy.
It's
That's not my
Evandel's.
house.
Yeah.
He's your buddy, not mine. First is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
That will be for 9 points of damage. Shot number 2 is a 32. And that will be 17 points of damage. Oh, forgot about advantage. Third is a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
So 18 plus 1, so 19 points on the third shot. And then the last blast is going to be a 30.
Yep.
For 16 damage.
It's looking rough, but still in a fighting condition as it roars, mainly at Seraphina. Evandel. Oh, anything else?
Oh no, that's my turn.
Evandel, it is your turn.
Okay, heck. Oh man, this poor treat. Yeah, well, I guess I gotta regretfully slash it up a little. 31 to hit
31 will hit.
for 14 damage, and a 16. Does 16 miss?
A 16 will just hit.
Oh, sweet. For 14, and I'm gonna add a d6 defensive on there for another 2. And that's it for me.
Verity, we come to your turn. Oh no, is Verity AFK?
No, I just forgot that I muted for a moment. We'll blast. Natural 20.
Yeah.
So that's... I don't know. 19? That feels right.
20...
And 11 plus 8, 19.
Yeah, 19.
Then a 26. A 17. A 32. 12. And a natural one.
Well, technically it was down with the nat 20, but rolling dice is fun.
It really is.
So, as the treant, creaks down, crashing here, you are no longer bound by initiative. And as the battle comes to an end, before you can investigate the corruption that emanates from these corpses, we must take our first ad break. So, hang with us. We will see you guys very soon to continue our story, but before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're very important to us here at Little Witch RP. If you want to directly support us, however, you can always do so through my Ko-fi, link for that is on screen and in our chat room. These donations not just support us at Little Witch RP, they unlock awesome perks for the entire community, perks that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, and new quests, so hang around. We'll see you guys very soon. We return after the battle has concluded. There is corruption that emanates from the corpses. And if you would like, you can investigate them. Arcana or religion could work here.
Yes, I shall do some investigations. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
haven't got foresight up yet. I need to do that.
So no one goes for the religion, so no one gets that information just quite yet. You all are able to see quite quickly the corrupted treant and beasts are all infused with infernal magics that have twisted their natural essence. Their darkness is in part the burning of their skin and bark. It is a common phenomena of creatures overwhelmed by devilish influence.
I go, oh, that's interesting. And then put a hand on my chest and then cast Mage Armor.
Yeah, I think it's time to get that foresight up.
That's a good idea.
On Evandale. Devilish influence. Hopefully it's not anyone we know. He'll comment.
Well, if you would like to roll a religion check, you may be able to find some information about that.
Okay. I mean,
religion.
you're gonna make me do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'll add a d12 to that. 11.
Verity and Evandome. You all see that there are symbols etched into the barks and hides, but Verity and Evandale, you're able to see that this blasphemous mark is associated with the realm of Inflagos. It is the second home. It is evidence of a vile pact made with an entity of that horrid realm. Roll for me an insight check. Verity, Avondale. It seems that perhaps the being of that is behind this corruption intends to expend its influence here into the Nightvine Bastion, where the Lunar Sovereign has created its domain.
But these very obviously don't belong here. Something must be done.
As you are looking over the corpses, I want a not a perception, I want an investigation check.
Wow.
At 20.
It is everyone except for Avondale.
I had advantage and plus 11.
And it's still everyone except for Avondale.
That's crazy.
Um,
Uh,
you would notice it almost looked just like wood chips or something amongst the remains of the creatures, but no, you see amongst the remains there is the fragments of shattered thorns from a lunar thorn staff. Once magical thorns, they were an integral part of the staff. Probably the one that belonged to Raynolf Mistfile before Moonshadow twisted and destroyed it.
oh, is that sap? Did I get sap on my cloak?
Uh, that's totally what's going on here. Likely Moonshadow is using the thorns to extend the corruption. Roll for me perception checks here.
There it is. I need to cast Foresight as well.
I thought you did already.
No, Evandel did.
No, I said it was
I
a good
thought you said
idea
it's
and I
fine.
hadn't done it yet.
Yeah. Oh, for crying out loud.
Listen, elves. Well, I guess Verity's not an elf.
No, not technically, no.
Yeah, but we move at our own pace.
Elven enough.
Technically half.
Everyone except for Verity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You would hear faint whispers that emanate from the other side of this forested area. There you see a dim glow flickering against the growing darkness.
They're probably just victims of Nahara.
I think we need to see what that is.
Could be something needs aid.
Seraphina, it seems that you lead the discovery, and at your side, you feel, of course, Elias. Not just driven by curiosity, but support for you on this journey. As the group follows the glow, you pass through the trees. Trees that seem to have a liveliness to them. Until you come across a gruesome sight. Amongst the forest is the twisted remnants of a great lunar thorn tree. It hangs crooked and misshapen, bending and swaying in agony while lashing out and spraying corrupting thorns all around. You see what must be Raynolf Mistfiles, a source of power given by the Lunar Sovereign, connected to him and his staff through the veils. It is now corrupted, tormented by fiendish magic. And you see that it is threatening to spread that taint to another tree not far away. Roll for me a insight or arcana here.
Everyone?
Yeah, you all followed. Verity. Avondale and Nahara. Due to the proximity and the way that perhaps ties to fate, the nearby tree likely belongs to either Cylindra or Seraphina. As you are watching and processing, you see the shadowy tendrils that move from the corrupted tree, spread, crawling outward. They seek out the next tree through the roots, and suddenly, Cylindra doubles over. Dark vines sprout from her Lunarthorn staff and crawling up her arm, trying to consume her, overwhelm her. I'm going to ask for another Arcana check here. All of you are able to understand that you need to move quickly here to defeat the corruption that is spreading from Raynolf's tree to Cylindra's before Cylindra is consumed by the magic.
Oh boy, what does the corruption looks like as it's reaching towards her?
It's not reaching towards her. It's the tree, the corrupted tree, is reaching towards the nearby tree. And because it is now trying to attack that tree, it has sprouted from Cylindra's Lunarthorn staff. The trees and the people that bear it and are connected to this realm are deeply woven together.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
But they're just plants, right?
Is there a way to figure out how to stop it without harming the trees themselves?
With your Arcana rolls,
Mm-hmm.
there is no chance in saving Raynolf's tree. To save Cylindra from the corruption, you need to stop it from spreading. Prune the bad, the poisoned.
Hello, very solemnly to Seraphina. We have to.
I know. Oh no. I don't want to do it, but we have to. Let's do what we have to do.
Get to work.
Yep.
And as you approach, the malice and dark energy that fills this air almost seems to target you as you get too close. And we are rolling initiative once again.
Titch. Come on. No.
This is gonna be great.
I don't know if I should be happy or concerned you said that.
Don't worry about it. Just play the game, roll the dice. It's fine.
Everything's fine. Miss Kira.
Why? So she could fireball a tree too?
No, I just miss my best friend. Okay.
So, damn, a 9 even with advantage. Ugh.
I know.
Alright, so it's going to be Evandel first. And then after Evandel, Seraphina.
Really?
And then
Oh my god.
uh,
Oh my god.
so
I can't believe you're blaming other people.
so Evandel, it is your turn to act first. What would you like to do?
I mean, chop the tree down, I guess. Now he's a little unskilled at this because elves don't usually do the tree chopping. This is like a living. Is this kind of like a tree? And is this, or is it just a freaking tree?
Would you like to roll me a Arcana or a Nature check to see what you know about lunar thorn trees?
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll that.
Would I? 33.
33. A lunar thorn tree is deeply connected to the Nightvine Bastion. It is a connection between the Lunar Sovereign and those that bear lunar thorn staves made from the trees, connecting them to this realm. They are not quite treants. They do have a sentience, but it is because of the soul connection to the bearer of the lunar thorn staff. So it's more like an extension of someone of the domain rather than a true sentience.
But it's still just a tree
Right.
in terms of killing it.
I mean,
Okay.
it's thrashing about. It seems to have a movement of its own, but it as far as you know, a lunar thorn tree is just a tree. It's not really a treant.
Tree. You know what? I don't have anything useful against trees. I guess I'll just hack it up a little. Assuming a 29 hits, that's 11 damage. And assuming a 31 hits, that's 12. And since it is thrashing around, let's get a little extra d6 defensive in there. 1, an extra 1 point of damage. And that'll be it for me.
Okay. And you do slashing damage, right?
That is correct.
Cool. Good to know. Seraphina, you're up next.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I know I gotta get rid of this thing, but I'm not gonna risk getting it any closer, so I'm gonna fire off a ray of frost at this thing. I keep forgetting about the advantage. 23.
Yeah, a 23 will hit.
Okay, and that will be for 25 cold damage.
As your ray of frost strikes and impacts, you can see some of the bark begin to break, almost like a tree that is dead and hollow on the inside. Nothing's revealed, but it might just show the severity of such a corruption spreading. Does no good to whoever's tree it is. Anything else from Seraphina?
That's it for me.
Right. Nahara, it is your turn.
Okay. Okay, this is fine. Everything is fine. Can I get to within 30 feet, just at 30 feet of the tree?
Sure.
Okay, can the tree make me a con save of DC 24 while I cast 8th level Blight?
Is that an area effect spell?
No, it's a single target.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about a 27?
Okay,
It's
that's
not, isn't
not. Takes 25 points of. Oh, it's also tree, so it takes full damage. But it's halved. So what is 6 times 8? 48 points of damage.
Good to know.
And that's the end of my turn.
It is our tree's turn. And the first thing that happens that the spreading corruption continues, and you watch as some of the tendrils of the corruption lift off the ground and will wait ready. You hear a sort of whimper from Cylindra as the corruption from her Lunarthorn staff continues to grow and try and consume her. There's whispers that come from the staff as well. You were a terrible child, Cylindra. What a disgrace. You can hear the disgust that is directed towards her. I need everyone to roll for me a Constitution saving throw as a
What?
pulse of energy comes out of the tree.
it? 11.
Oh my god.
I know.
Verity,
Uh-huh.
you feel the frailty of life as energy leaves you. You are at half speed, and you gain vulnerability to bludgeoning damage until the end of the Lunarthorn tree's next turn.
Okay.
That is the end of the tree's go. But our tendrils of corruption act next. And they are going to slam down on everybody, since there's enough here. Uh, 22 to hit Evandel.
That does it.
For 17 points of bludgeoning.
Oh, holy crap. You know what? I'm going to spend his reaction. There'll be a flare of Divine Light, and I'll take half damage.
Okay. 13 will miss Seraphina.
Yep.
Oh, the tendrils do, on a hit, also grapple, which means, Evandel, you are grappled, and while in this grapple, you are considered restrained.
Okay, then.
And then Nahara, that is a 30 to hit
Yes.
for 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And then
Restrained.
you are grappled and restrained, and Verity, that is a 21
Uh-huh.
for 20 points of bludgeoning, but you are vulnerable currently,
Yes.
so you take 40.
Mm-hmm.
And you are grappled and restrained by the darkness.
Lovely.
Verity,
Yes.
it's your turn. Because you start your turn grappled by the corruption, you do take, at the start of your turn, 14 points of necrotic damage.
Lovely.
But it's your turn.
Okay. Hmm. Uh-oh. We're just gonna panic blast the tree. I think that's appropriate.
Okay.
Um, I okay. Here's what I'd like to happen. Um, I want to hit it high enough, and I want to apply the pushback. But I'm hoping that it would loosen it up at the base a bit. And we'll see how that plays out. 31 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 11. And pushback, of course. An 18
18 will hit.
for 10. Pushing back. 29 for 14. Pushing back. 29 for 13.
So unfortunately, the tree is massive enough that it does not move.
Mm.
But what ends up happening here is you do break away some of the bark. And you can see within the hollow of the tree a dim glow, almost like a spirit trapped within.
I'm going to share that. Just shout it out.
As this shouts out, Evandel, this doesn't seem entirely surprising to you with your understanding of lunar thorn trees, but if you would like to use your reaction here, you could make me an insight check.
I used my reaction.
You've already used your reaction. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Well then, you have information that you could use in the future. Then, if you wish to try and gain anything more. But it is, that is going to be the end of Verity's turn, yeah?
I'm just gonna do a bit of healing, and that'll be it.
Then Evandel, we come to your go.
Oh, okay. So do I take damage from being grappled?
You do, because you are grappled, that's right. At the start of your turn, you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Foul. Okay. So let's go ahead. Can I see this hole in the tree, or like a hollow?
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna need my action to fish for information, right?
If you wish to do that, yeah, it would be an action to do an
Yes.
insight check here.
Okay. So I will do that for an action to make that insight check. 34.
34. The soul being inside the tree, again, nothing new to what you will understand of the lunar thorn trees. If a creature perishes, such as Raynolf had, the connection would then become more stronger here in this domain. But given the corruption that of the actual tree itself that houses Raynolf's spirit, likely the spirit is existing in torment. Breaking the tree would be akin to breaking a cell, and perhaps saving this spirit from further harm.
Okay. So he'll teach that to the others in a somewhat raised voice, just to get over the din of the fight. Saying this, it's a good thing. Break the tree. Release the spirit. And then for a bonus action, I'm gonna Misty Step, I guess.
Yeah, you
back
can.
around somewhere around the base of the tree.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. And then that's an action. That's a bonus action. I'm done.
Seraphina, it is your turn. You have more information about the corrupted lunar thorn tree, but the corruption is still very prominent. Again, it is crafted around and taken hold of people. I want to say that you were not grappled. You didn't get hit. I want to say it was Nahara, Verity, and Evandel, and not Seraphina, but I could be wrong. You'll remember if you were grappled or not. But you have the corruption trying to overcome Cylindra currently. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna fire 4 shots of this Eldritch Blast at this corruption, see if I can get more of it away.
Okay.
Alright, shot number 1. Whew, thank goodness for advantage. It's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit a corruption.
Nice. For 10 damage.
You can see that it kind of rears back. It doesn't like that.
Okay. Second shot is a 35, which would definitely hit.
Mm-hmm.
For a full 18. And would that count as spell bombardment too? Would I get that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So 18 plus 3, so 21 damage on the second.
So that corruption, that one single entity with 2 strikes, breaks apart. It seems that as they are powerful, they may not be particularly hardy, and some of the corruption on Cylindra seems to recede as you fight the larger manifestations of it going for her tree.
Okay. And is there still more of this corruption left?
There are now 3 corruptions, because it was the ones that had tried to attack you. All 4 of you, so...
Okay. I still got 2 more shots, so I'll just aim for more of the corruption.
Yeah, go for it.
The third is a 29.
Yep.
That will be for, another 18 plus 9, so 27 damage on the third shot.
That's another one gone, so there are 2 gone, so just the ones that are near Verity and Nahara are remaining.
Okay. And then the last shot is a 32 to hit. That will be for 16 damage.
It's looking real rough. Anything else from Seraphina?
That is my turn.
Nahara, your turn. You start off by taking 15 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, I'm gonna cast 4th level Blight. Con save of 24, please.
Where are you targeting?
I'm going to go ahead and target the main tree where the soul thing is.
Okay. That is going to be... that is a 24 on the dot.
Okay, that takes 32 necrotic damage.
Okay.
End of turn.
The tree's turn begins, and another tendril appears of the corruption. And whatever progress had been made against fighting for Cylindra again begins to crawl in, trying to take more. Another horrid whisper echoing through the battlefield. To think you would become a druid, you could never contain such energy. But with my help, with my guidance, you could hold entire forests, entire regions in the palm of your hand. And, there is this sort of, disdain in the voice, mockery and looking down upon, as it is targeted at Cylindra. The tree is going to try and fight back here, because it does not get its big thing back. So This will be towards Nahara. A thrashing of the tree limbs here sends a rain of thorns down towards you. With a 28 to hit
Yeah.
for 35 points of piercing damage. Our our corruption acts next. We've got one on Verity and one on Nahara, and they are going to constrict.
That sounds fun.
So that is a natural 20 against Nahara.
Silvery barbs. And advantage to me.
All right, you take the advantage. Brings the natural 20 down to a 22.
Miss.
Okay. And on Verity, that is a 25.
Yes.
That's going to be for 19 points of bludgeoning damage and...
Oh, wait. Hold on. 19. Oh, the tree's turn is over.
Yes.
Okay. We're fine.
And an extra 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Are you still fine?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Verity, it's your turn. You have the corruption around you. We had a third corruption that popped up. He's just vibing out right now. So you've got 3 corruptions. One on you, one on Nahara, one just vibing out, and the tree. What are you doing?
Do I take damage because it's
Oh,
got
that's
me?
right. You do. Yeah.
You're welcome.
8
It's fine,
points.
Okay. We're gonna keep blasting the tree. To get that handled. 28.
28 will hit.
That's for 16. A 19. For 9. A 21. For 10. And the last one I'm gonna target at this corruption that has me. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
For 16 force.
All right. Now the one on Nahara and the one on Verity are looking pretty rough, but they're still present. Anything else from Verity?
No, that's it.
Avondale, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's go ahead and up this tree up a little more. Try to.
Okay.
Net 20.
Yeah, that'll hit a tree.
Okay, so that'll be where are we going here? So that'll be 13 plus another 6 is 19. I'm gonna add a D12 defensive flourish. So 19, 21, 31 plus 3, 34.
Okay.
And then the second hit, 30 to hit for another 15.
Tree's still thrashing about. This tree's
That's
been
it for me.
around for a while. Seraphina, it is your turn. You've got 3 tendrils of corruption, 2 of them starting to kind of waver and falter as they hold on to Nahara and Verity, but still very much present, as well as the tree breaking apart more and more. What would you like to do?
I am going to do 4 shots of Eldritch Blast, 1 to each of the corruptions, and then the last one to the tree itself.
Sounds perfect.
All right. First attack is a 31.
All right.
for 12 damage.
The corruption around Verity dissipates. Verity, you are no longer restrained.
All right. I like to see that second blast is a 27 for 18. That's going to be an extra d10. 18 plus 6, so 24 damage on the shot number 2.
The one around Nahara dissipates, and Nahara is no longer restrained.
All right. Shot number 3 towards the third corruption is a 22 for another 18. The plus another d10. 22 damage on the third shot.
That one is gone.
All right, and then this last one is going toward the tree. It's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
So 18 plus 7, and then technically, since I got a net 20
Yeah.
bombardment, okay. So 25 plus 9, that's 34 points of damage.
As your last blast comes forward and strikes against the tree, you watch as the bark bursts away, entirely creating this area for Raynolf's ghost to remove. The tree stills, calming. The tainted shadows dissipate, and the corruption fades away, and you are no longer bound by initiative. However, even in the aftermath, while there is no more corruption clawing at her arm, Slyndra falls to the ground, shaken by the experience. And you would see that the essence of this once majestic tree has now been diminished, contained to a single glowing acorn. Anyone who would like to roll for me a Arcana or Nature check here may do so.
Heck yeah.
Seraphina, Avondale, Verity. The essence of the tree could be utilized later. Might be able to help fight the corruption that exists here in the Nightvine Bastion. I will say from experience, Seraphina, seeing that this is a essence of the Lunar Thorn, those that are not bearers of the Lunar Thorn staff might be harmfully affected if they try to wield it. It might be safer if you carry it, as you know that you can carry a Lunar Thorn staff.
I'll do that.
As you pick up the acorn, you all see that Raynolf, now the soul is free, lingers. There is an aura of gratitude. Anyone who would like to roll for me an Arcana or an Investigation to Slyndra's nearby Lunar Thorn tree is also welcome to do so in this moment. The tree is untainted, uncorrupted. It's good. You see no lingering or residual signs. It means that whatever weariness has overcome Slyndra, it is of her own body and not of some influence of her tree and the connection between the two of them.
Okay, well, Unless we're really pressed, there's no reason not to let her have a minute to compose herself. Um, assuming that we're going to carry on with this, where do we head to, Seraphina?
Your guess is as good as mine. I've never been here.
He'll raise a finger. Like, point of fact, my guess is probably better than yours. That's neither here. That's neither here nor there, though.
As you have this conversation, you hear ahead of you, deeper into the forest, the shaking of a tree, unnaturally so, and a laughter. Come, sister, washer of bark and savior of roots, conniving, cruel, manipulating, stealer of staves. Come home and see what we've done for you. Seraphina, you feel an overwhelming, itching, coalescing darkness beginning to crawl up your arm, starting where your palm is connected to your Lunarthorn staff. Anyone who would like to roll for me an Arcana or an Insight check may do so at this time.
Ooh, I get the bad feeling I know what's happening here.
It is very much what you saw with Cylindra before, only now on Seraphina. Seraphina, your tree is being corrupted, and you are feeling its remnants through your staff. As you are concerned, looking through this, trying to figure out what to do, you feel a hand on your other arm. It is Elias, and look, there. And he points out, you see glowing lights, much like you had seen that led you to Raynolf's tree. Perhaps they'll lead you to your own.
Thank you. I don't have a choice now. Probably face her sooner or later. Let's go that way.
As we walk, may I take some healing potions?
Oh my goodness.
Let me think about that.
Man, we are torturing Rudy.
rolls
No,
rolls
yeah,
into
you.
a sacred grove and starts dropping the fireballs, and then complains when they come after her.
Yeah, they're just plants, you know. It's not like they house the souls of a people or anything. Um, yeah, no, you can roll some healing. $69, nice.
As we walk, I would like to whisper, I am so sorry. So sorry. No more fireballs. I promise.
Just for funsies, make for me a charisma check. Okay.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh,
So, yeah, you guys begin to move through following those dim glowing lights. I would like to, just for a little bit of introspection here, know what's going on in everyone's mind. And we'll begin with Verity, why not?
Why me?
So I want to.
Uh, there is concern, obviously, for Seraphina. She's a very close friend. There's also great sadness for this realm we're in. but it is mostly concern.
Okay. Lovely. Nahara, what's going on through your mind?
Holy shit. Cousin was right. I should have been much nicer to these plants and trees.
Avondale, what goes on through your mind?
Since he's a pretty logical dude, so he's pondering on the lore of these trees and the power connected to them, and balancing the need for them in the circle of things with the possibility of just maybe destroying them all. And it's just a thinking process for him. Like it's an exercise.
And Seraphina, what's going on through your mind?
Gonna be honest. She doesn't show it because she's acting stoic in this situation, but she is scared. She is frightened of what is happening here. That's her sister's doing something like this, and that she's still alive in the first place. So deep down inside, she is frightened, but on the surface, she's not showing it. She's acting strong.
The lights lead you to a grove. Seraphina, it feels almost like coming home. This place is yours and of yourself. This is the first time you've stepped foot here. You look upon a radiant lunar thorn tree that rises up against the shimmering midnight sky. And you see as it wavers in the wind, as infernal corruption climbs its trunk. Again, you feel the voice of Moonshadow more than hear it. Another voice just underneath hers, moving through your minds. Fools, you think you can thwart my destiny? Come, try your magic again. Let us tempt fate once more and see Seraphina's true heart. Another wind moves here, and it's circling around the grove, causing the moonflowers here that bloom in abundance to rustle, drawing your attention. Looking down, you see each petal that, like the face of a bright and full moon, holding a cherished moment, a reflection of your past, Seraphina. But these memories, once luminous, seem shrouded in the unsettling darkness, the influence of the devil that spreads through the roots of this grove. You feel something in your mind, Seraphina, a gnawing presence. Your powers begin to weaken. Your life force falters. Seraphina, at this time, you are reduced to half of your maximum HP. And it's lucky that you have foresight because all of your rolls would be at a disadvantage, so now you're just at an average roll. For now. I would like everyone to roll for me an Arcana check here, please, as you can start to see a sort of wavering in Seraphina. And Seraphina, you can feel as you start to weaken, Elias almost sensing something wrong, quickly moving in to hold you steady. His eyes peering behind his glasses, a sort of silent check-in. All of you are able to recognize here the corruption is spreading and starting to affect Seraphina. And it's infecting her through her tree. You have to cleanse the influence to save Seraphina, though it is probably not going to be in your best efforts to destroy this tree. And with this realization, and with a need to figure out how to save Seraphina, this is where we take our next ad break. So, stick around. We will be right back to continue our story, but before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us here at Little Witch RP. If you want to directly support us, however, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen, as well as in our chat room. These donations not just support us at Little Witch RP, they unlock awesome perks for the entire community. Perks that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month, including special companions, double treasure, double XP, and new quests. Full list of those available donation perks is on our Discord, so hang around. We'll see you soon. We return to Seraphina's Grove Memories. As Seraphina is starting to fall under the corruption of whatever fiend is in service here, as it crawls up her own lunar thorn tree. You know that you have to find some way to fight back the corruption. But how? Destroying the tree would most certainly kill your friend. Something that would not do well. Roll for me a perception check. The wind that circles around the grove that causes the moon blossoms to quiver carries nefarious cackling. There are fiends here waiting. With a 25, Avondale, you catch a glimpse of one.
Oh, snap.
Tiny. It looks to be almost a fey-like sprite. Impish. But it is next to a blossom, a memory, and it is got its claws inside of it. As you see this, roll for me an insight check here.
That's here.
Evandel, this is new to you, but you're not
New stuff.
untrained in the arts of improvisation. Maybe by taking out these fiendish presences that try to tear at Seraphina's memories, these instances so core to her existence, maybe that will fight back the corruption, since it is fiendish in nature.
Okay, so they're like fiends that are riding instances of Seraphina's memory.
They are. So the moon blossoms carry the memories,
Right. Yes.
and
Okay. And the fiends are infesting that.
they are tampering with them. So
Yeah.
it may be a little bit more needed of a careful hand than just blasting, because these are Seraphina's memories here, and they are on the petals of flowers. Um, but you think that that might be a way to fix the issue without blasting Seraphina's tree to bits.
Right. So he'll lower his voice somewhat, and then tell what he saw to the others and his guess as to the delicacy of the operation.
And
Okay.
Devendale's the
Okay,
only
we
one
can do this.
who saw one.
Evandel was the one who saw the first one. You can deal with the one and then perhaps try and find others. We did hear that there were more than one, but Evandel was the only one that saw one of these pictures.
Did you point it out, Devendale?
Yes.
Um,
Although, and whether or not they're kind of sneaky, but he definitely explained everything and that he saw one.
Beautiful. Great. Then we need to deal with it. I will cast Mind Sliver on that one.
Great.
It's an intelligence save.
As it has its claws in Seraphina's memory,
Mm-hmm.
it will forego the save, willingly failing. However,
No!
passing the
No, 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 no,
damage.
no, 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 stop! No, stop! Don't say what you're about to say, please.
Passing the damage into the flower itself.
Wait, I'm done. I don't want to say.
Can you roll that damage for me, please?
Yes. I love this. I love this so much.
16. I will keep that in mind. Seraphina, you feel a throbbing in your mind. And for a moment, you begin to waver in a memory. And it's not what you remember. Your parents, they're talking to you. You can't quite tell what's wrong. Something in your chest doesn't sit right, but this is your memory. This is what you experienced. Your parents explaining to you that there are many lunar thorn staves. That you are nothing special. Roll for me a wisdom saving throw, please.
4.
Okay. Unfortunately, you also have a 16 deficit on that. From the damage that the flower took. Seraphina, as you are trying to hone in on this memory, you take 4 points of psychic damage. The rest of you see that something is wrong with Seraphina. What would you like to do?
Okay. Okay. I have an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and try to teleport the imp about 30 feet away from the flower. Can one of you guys try to kill it and see if that works?
I will remind you, the imp has its claws into the flower.
Seraphina, I would like to try something, if I may. I'm not sure. It may just help with the pain, but maybe with a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to cast Mind Blank on Seraphina, so that, at the very least, it makes Seraphina immune to psychic damage. And then there's some other thoughts where I don't know. There's some other effects where I don't know. Well, you'll have to decide where they fit in, if anywhere.
I'm going to... take a quick look at this spell and see what make of it.
Yeah, it's an unusual situation, but at the very least, it'll maybe stop his brain from physically explode, or her brain. I apologize. From physically exploding, psychically exploding.
It will definitely... The psychic damage will definitely be able to be helped here. I will say that this is going to help in the determinations of the experience of the memories, the altered memories, in the sense that you all have traveled with Seraphina. You know some of her story. You may be able to help, and Seraphina, well, you're still affected by the curse and having the detriment of the disadvantages. This will make it a little bit easier for you. So instead of affecting advantage and disadvantage, this will lower the DC that you have to complete on
Nice.
your discerning of the false memories and also of your saves against them.
Okay.
You don't go to war with mind-altering Ulthir pukes and not pick up a few spells to help.
I also hand Seraphina my unicorn.
Sure.
I forgot about the unicorn.
Here, have this stuffy.
So bad. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
First
So.
Ahara, now Verity.
I will say that after this memory has been experienced, even knowing that it's wrong after that spell, but unable to quite find the correct memory due to the sort of more damaged flower here in your garden and grove, the creature that had its claws in it will disappear. As if it just poofs out of existence. Unsure where it goes. But you know that there are others here. You can try and search them out.
Investigation?
It would be an investigation to try and search out another fiend, yes.
Am I still on my flat rolls?
You are still on your flat rolls until you get rid of your corruption.
Yep.
Seraphina, you are sort of trudging behind. It's all a lot at once. Nahara, Verity, and Evandel, that's a lot of 11s, Evandel.
Right.
You do see another imp, claws deeply tangled around the moon flower, piercing into the soft petal and the memory. You all can see the memory as it is reflected on the petals. And Seraphina, you see it, of course, in front of your eyes, but also in your mind. Again, you can tell this isn't what you experienced, but how can it be anything different? This is what you're seeing, this memory. The ceremony. You watch as Alara steps up and receives the lunar thorn staff. And you watch as yourself brutally pushing her aside, trying to take her place. Verity, Evandel, Nahara. You know that that was not quite what happened, because Seraphina holds the lunar thorn staff. She told you about the ceremony. If you would like, you can try and make charisma checks here to help dissuade whatever hold this memory has.
By like talking to him and stuff, talking to her and stuff. Jeez, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Evadel would leave that to the more empathetic people.
Yeah, you can totally do that. This is...
I apologize, Connor.
It's the Evandale charm.
It really is. Evandel helps someone other than himself? Oof. 23. I will take a 23 into consideration here. Seraphina, can you make for me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
You can add a d4 onto it.
19.
19. You can add the d4 if you would
D4?
like.
I mean, at minimum,
Yeah,
that
hold
comes up
it.
to 20, which is great.
Oh yeah, I'll add it. I'll add the d4. Can't. 1. So gentleman's 20.
Gentleman's 20. So the corruption does not spread as it had last time. And you can sort of see where the shadows push back the memory writing itself as the fiend hisses, withdrawing its claws and also dissipating. Feel a little easier.
Oh,
You're still bearing marks of the corruption, but it hasn't spread further. There's still one more cackling around. One more investigation check, please. Another flower. Another memory through gray haze. Another imp trying to tear at the petals. You see a grove. Familiar, as you were just standing in it before stepping into this new realm. Seraphina brutally attacking her sister out of jealousy over the lunar thorn staff. You recall Seraphina's confession to you all. How she believed she had killed her sister in such an attack. How she played on the defensive. If you would like to try and dissuade the false memory, dispel some of its hold, it is another charisma check.
okay. I'm going to give a bardic to Verity for this.
Okay.
D12. Yeah.
Which I guess you didn't need that. Yeah,
I'm going to roll
do
it anyway.
a D12.
It helps.
We like rolling dice.
I didn't open the other page to
God
figure out
damn it.
what the other
matter.
benefit was.
Doesn't matter. 28.
Doesn't it though?
I think with the ability checks, it's the you roll twice and you take the higher, right?
I think that was it.
Oh, well, hold on. 28.
28. I will keep a 28 in mind. Seraphina, would you like to make a wisdom save here?
Yes, I would. It's a 9.
You can add the d4.
Can add the d4.
It's a 2, so it's 11.
11. It's a good thing that Verity got a 28 on trying to help you peer beyond the gray haze. As the DC was a 10.
Why?
Look, if people help, I will lower DCs all the time.
Oh, goodness.
It could have been a little bit more difficult, but you've got friends at your side, Seraphina. Count yourself lucky. The haze removes itself. The imp disappears. The memory stands, and then you hear it. The 3 puffs of existence. All the fiends swarming around Seraphina's lunar thorn tree. A mocking dance. A summoning one.
Oh, they're summoning something.
A
I tried to
larger,
scare them away. Please.
a larger fiend rises from the dark shadows, standing like some burning ashen effigy. This towering figure of obsidian black scales. This massive devil with tattered wings that expand from the back, stretching, blotting out whatever view of the night sky you may have seen. His claws drip low to the ground on his long arms. His eyes glow with malice, and his grin reveals the razor-sharp teeth. When he speaks, it is a low rumble like an earthquake. My master takes the true prize. Well, I am left to deal with you. And we are rolling initiatives.
Ooh, terrible roll.
Yeah, same.
Ooh. So it's going to be Nahara. And then after that, it's going to be our little shadow imps. Then we have Seraphina, Avondale, Verity, and Big Boy, Iragorian. So, Nahara, first to act, a devil has made his appearance here. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast haste on Seraphina.
Okay.
End the turn.
Our shadow imps are going to they're gonna go after Evandel. As they begin to flutter and fly about you.
Aw,
They're gonna
poor
try and
guys.
pull at your hair and claw at your uh everything else.
You little sons of...
The first attack misses with a 15.
But he tried.
Oh yeah.
It tried, and I am well aware of it.
The second imp attacking you fails with an 11. And the third one only gets an 8. So
Oh my god.
you're fine, but they
It
are
doesn't make it any less of a transgression.
yeah, you do have 3 of these things just being nuisances around you. And then it is Seraphina's turn.
Fighting a little devil.
Well,
Well,
you've got 3 little devils and then 1 big boy.
Alright, what do I want to do here?
Not die, preferably.
Oh, yeah, so that's goal number 1. Um,
You okay there?
I am 4 shots of Eldritch Blast. I've 1 at each of these little guys, and then 1 at the big guy to see what it does. So I'll aim for the little ones first. It's a 20 hit.
Yeah, oh, that little guy.
All right. That is 18, and that is spell bombardment. So that will be another 9, so 27 points of damage on the first shot. That is a 34 on the second for 12 damage. A 29 on the third for 9 damage. Then the one at the big guy is a 35 for 11 damage.
Okay. The imp is looking a little rough. And you watch as the larger one turns its eyes directly onto you, Seraphina.
I'm staring it back, and that'll be my turn.
Okay.
You're hasted.
You are hasted.
Oh, hang on. Let me. You said in the past you've allowed spells for hasted actions, right?
Yep.
How about I aim for the imp I injured the most, and then I will strike it with the Ray of Frost.
Go for it.
That's a 29. For that one turns to a 10, so 13 points of damage.
13. That one will dissipate.
Very nice. All right, now that is my turn.
So, 2 shadow imps and our big boy. It is Evandel's turn.
oh. All right. All right. Okay, so he will sing a short verse and apply Holy Weapon to Niakara. And then mutter under his breath, if I ever learn your names, I will spend hundreds of years making you wish that you stayed in hell. And that's his turn.
You just get like tiny raspberries in return. With that, it is going to be, you know what? we're gonna get a legendary action here. I want a wisdom saving throw from Seraphina as you have met the gaze of this figure. Now,
13.
I do believe you are an elf, which means you should have advantage against charms, but I don't know about your specific, if being the Eladrin has
It
changed.
does say advantage against being charmed.
Then you can apply advantage here. Oh, wait, no. Because your disadvantage on everything cancels it out. So it's still a straight roll. Mechanics, we love them.
Yep.
You can add a
That's-
D4 though.
I will add a d4. 4, so that's a 17.
Nice.
A 17. Very, very good. That means that you just make the DC and are not charmed by Glorian. Verity, it is your turn.
Okay. Just a few questions. How tall is he?
He's a large creature, so we'll say he's 13 feet tall.
Okay. Okay. How far from us is he?
We'll put him, 40 feet away, just at the base of Seraphina's tree.
Oh, he's right next to the tree. Okay.
Blast up.
Hold on. I want to do something different. If I were to place a 30-foot sphere up off the ground to catch his top half, so not to get any of the flowers, and put him like kind of on the edge of it without getting the tree, is that possible?
Not quite entirely.
Okay,
Seraphina's tree is very tall.
got it.
You know, elven
We will-
age, long lives.
Yes, understand. Then scratch that. I'm going to cast Crown of Stars,
Okay,
and we'll send one as a bonus action.
beautiful.
It's a 33 to hit.
A 33 will hit.
41 radiant.
Beautiful. Anything else? I don't believe so.
No, that's action, bonus action.
Then it is Glorian's turn. He is going to move towards Seraphina. Claws dragging through the meadow here. And will make 2 swings of his claws. The first being a natural 20.
I'll silver
Silver
advantage that.
I heard
I
Evandel's
got,
first.
I got this one ready. Yep.
Yep.
And I'll give the advantage to Nahara. She's desperate.
Making that a 25 to hit.
That will still hit.
That will be 7 points of slashing damage on the first claw attack.
Okay.
Second one will miss with a 14. However, one of the wings will sort of creak, and as it sort of folds up rushes out to impale you. With an 18 to hit.
Can I reaction shield that?
You can.
I will do that.
Nahara, it comes to your turn.
Okay. All the damage that Seraphina and Verity and Avondale they did, it didn't get reflected. Or
I didn't do any
deflected.
damage.
You did damage to my brain. Right? Right.
I mean, they've been fighting the
The
imps.
devils and the imp. The devil and the imps. Okay.
Well, imps are a type of devil, so
Okay. I mean, it's go big or go home, right, Faye? I would like to cast.
I'll remind you,
Fireball.
if you do fireball, you are in the grove filled with all of
No, no, no.
Seraphina's memories.
No. I want to do something.
We'll teach them their name. It's all right.
I would like to cast Disintegrate at level 7.
Okay.
Dex 24 DC.
Who are you targeting?
To the devil. To the devil.
It's going to use a legendary resistance.
Okay, so it takes half.
No.
No, it takes nothing.
Disintegrate to save us up.
Disintegrate is a saber set.
I would like to do my bonus action to cry in the corner. That'll be the end of my turn.
Oh, yeah, it's great news for you. Crying's a free action. It's going to turn its head towards you. And take a legendary action here. I need a wisdom saving throw from Nahara. This is against the charmed
thank
effect.
Dang. Her tieflings are extra.
Okay, no, I have advantage, right?
Your next d20 roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you fall under the charms of the fiendish presence. So, you are charmed by Furgorian, which means that you are your acquaintances, your allies. This figure is here to help you. You cannot willingly harm this thing.
Just him? Or his allies too?
I mean, you know that the imps are underneath Furgorian. Why would they go after you if you're allies?
Right. Thanks, Faye. Do I get to save at the beginning of my turn?
You can remake your save, no, it just lasts until it ends or until Furgorian or its allies do anything helpful to you. But you will know that you've been charmed by the time that the spell ends. Our imps are continuing to harass Avondale. With a 12. And a 23.
Oh, yeah.
So the 23, I believe, hits, yeah?
Yes.
So it grabs a, it grabs on your lower lip and just pulls down,
What?
just making a huge humiliation out of you, for 17 points of psychic damage. And then it is Seraphina's turn.
Hmm. So there's big, gigantic devils in melee with me, right?
Oh, yeah. Right there. Well, it's in its melee of you,
Okay.
which means it's within 10 feet of you.
All right, good to know. Um, let's do. I'm fully aware this would be probably a disadvantage on the big guy, but you know what? I had to do something, so I'm gonna do my 4 shots of Eldritch Blast, 1 at each of the imps, and then 2 to him.
Sounds good.
All right. First shot is a 22 for 11 damage. The second is an 18.
An 18 will hit.
Okay. For 9 damage. And then the 2 shots against the big guy, would they actually be at disadvantage because he's in melee?
No, so he's not in your, so your melee range is 5 feet. His melee is 10. So he's not in melee. You're not in melee of him, but he's in melee of you. Squares and
Gotcha.
rectangles.
Okay. All right, just wanted to make sure. Third shot is a 29 for 13 damage. Then the last is a 35. Oh, that's going to get a spell bombardment. So 18 plus another 10, so 28 damage.
Ooh, lovely. Anything else from Seraphina?
Am I still hasted?
You are. Nahar didn't take damage.
Would he be in range enough for me to disengage as one of my bonus actions?
Yes.
Okay, then I will use the bonus action with the haste to disengage.
Alright, so as you disengage and move away, Evandel, it's your turn. You got 2 imps on
Okay.
you.
Oh, they're still around, are they?
Oh, yeah.
Am I aware that that spell was put on Nahara?
What's your passive insight?
Passive insight, 26.
I'd say that with a 26, looking over at Nahara, you would see that there is a difference in her demeanor. Very slight. She's not really quite shown her cards yet, as it's not her turn.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, and I hate to say this, naturally suspicious of Nahara, I will let that sit for a round then until further inspection.
Okay.
So then we'll try and slash up these little guys.
Go for it.
The first one, 20 to hit.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, so that's 16 plus 2d8 radiant. Let's get that going. Where are we here? Okay, so 16 plus 9. And then...
It will take double of the radiant.
So, yeah, nice. It's still alive?
Oh, yeah, this one's barely hanging in, but he's still there.
Okay, well then I'll have to hit him again. Because why not? So that's 12, and then the radiant. Oh. Another 12, so another 24 in radiant.
And
Double that.
he's bursting into non-existence. Leaving
Excellent.
one shadow imp on you, and then Furigorian.
I should have used that other flourish. Oh well. You know what? As a bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step. Right, that is a bonus action. Yes, I'm going to Misty Step to the other side of this big demon thing,
Sounds great.
or as far in that direction as 30 feet will take me.
I'd say you could get to the other side. He did move.
All right, perfect.
As Evandel appears in a misty step next to this thing, Verity, it is your turn.
Okay. I'd like to send a guiding bolt to the big boy.
Okay.
Uh, 32 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
32 radiant.
Oh, consistency. We love it.
Mm-hmm. And I'll send some healing to Seraphina as a bonus action. Who will take 14.
Oh, I only needed 11. I am fully healed up.
Right.
Yeah, it's the
that's
great thing
okay.
about being low HP max, right? Uh, uh,
The bright side.
uh, with that, it is Fiergorian's turn, and the first thing Fiergorian's going to do is try and strike out with the wing back at Evandel. Which misses with a 16. But turning quickly, he's going to make 2 claw attacks. $16 misses again. And another 16.
Jeez.
You're
Oh,
safe.
consistency.
Um, Nahara, your turn. What do you wish to do?
I'm still charmed, yes?
You are still charmed by Fiergorian.
And Figurian is attacking my former allies, right?
He is.
I mean, that means that my former allies may not be my friends anymore, right?
Your ally would know if someone's a danger to you.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna stop concentration on haste.
Oh.
So that is anything you can do at a free time. So that doesn't take an action of anything at all, so haste just drops and
And
Seraphina
then-
becomes lethargic.
Yeah, I don't want to necessarily harm my old friends, you know? But yeah, why help them? So I'm gonna drop haste, and that is the end of my turn.
You know what? Just because you have the action available, why don't you roll me a history check? Or religion.
Of course! You know, I haven't rolled a religion in a while, so let me roll a religion. Oh, that was almost natural 20, but I will take 25.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. You are looking at your new ally, this figure, and you recognize, you do learn the name Furigorian in your mind. As you recall the lore, your ally is very powerful, a lieutenant in the infernal hierarchy of the realm of Infilagos, the second hell. You are well cared for in such manner of this figure, as he serves directly under the command of the archdevil in Vatriel. Friends in high places.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
You might discover more information once your charm effect ends, but for now, that's what you've got.
Okay.
Our shadow imps are gonna go now. We've got one left. And doesn't like that Evandel ran away from him. So just sort of flutters his wings over there and is just going to
Position.
he's just gonna try and do like a little flying kick to the back of your head.
What the?
With a 21
Oh, it hits.
for 18 points of psychic damage.
Oh, yeah, just a little kick, yeah.
Yeah, just a little one. Seraphina, unfortunately, you are very tired in this moment. What goes through your mind? Because unfortunately, you are unable to act.
I'm wondering why my friend would do something like that.
Why indeed?
And what's going through Connor's mind? That bitch.
Uh, as Seraphina, unfortunately, you can do no more on this turn. Evandel, it's your go. You've got Peter Gorian in front of you, not that you know his name, and an imp behind you.
With a small sigh and shake of his head at just everything in this situation. I'm gonna blow my 2 meta magic adept sorcery points to cast subtle spell. So I'm changing the casting time of dispel magic to a bonus action, and I will cast that on Nahara and add a somewhat angry "do better" as he throws that spell at Nahara.
All right, so Natara, the effects of the charm spell on you dissolve, and you recall your companions on the field and other histories about Firgorian. He is a lieutenant in the infernal hierarchies, but his purpose is to sow chaos and corruption in the wake of his master's machinations. He revels in the suffering of mortals made weak and powerless.
Nice.
Oh, immediate guilt.
Uh, so that was bonus action, Evandel.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to slash this little head-kicking pain in the butt for 13 plus. I'm going to add a D12 defensive and a D8 radiance. Oh my god, double ones on the radiant. So he takes 4 radiant and an extra 5 slashing. Like 4 was doubled. Like,
Oof. That hurts.
Yeah. Oh, what did I roll on that D12? Damn it.
5.
I know. 5. Okay. And then, so guessing that it's still alive, I'll have to slash it again.
Yep.
These guys are really soaking up the. So 16 slashing and the radiant. 10, so doubled is 20.
That's enough for this guy to dissipate,
Okay.
leaving just Firgorian.
And that's it for me.
And then it is Verity's turn.
Well, we'll send another guiding bolt.
Yeah, go for it.
A 33. A 28 for, radiant.
Okay.
And then a star. And that's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So a base of 48.
It's enough.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Verity,
Yes.
would you like to paint a picture?
There's so much happening. I'm just out of pure concern for Seraphina and her safety. I know that I need to give it everything. And that's what I do.
The light shines through the cracks and the damages, and as it bursts outward, you know that this is only a temporary reprieve, sending this fiend back to its home dimensions. But it is enough for now. As you are no longer bound by initiative, and you have a few bits of moments to breathe here.
Okay, I'm gonna release the holy light on the sword, so everyone is going to get 14 healing.
Oh, great.
You
Do I still have?
are still corrupted here.
Okay. Just about to ask.
As you are now out of the combat, however, you have time that you can focus your attentions towards this. As you look towards the roots of Seraphina's tree, still blackening and trying to climb, everyone is welcome to roll for me a history, nature, or arcana check.
Hmm.
Seraphina. Evandel? Nahara? Unfortunately, not Verity.
That's okay.
You're still reeling from that last
Yeah.
guiding bolt and star. Um, but the rest of you three recall the acorn that you recovered from Raynolf's fallen lunar thorn tree. Perhaps the remaining essence can be used to purify Seraphina's tree. Heal it before it is too late. If you would like to try, I will ask for either a nature or arcana check.
From Seraphina, right?
Seraphina will probably have to lead the efforts here, but you're all more
Yeah.
than welcome to help.
Oh,
So it's still a nature or arcana check.
roll double eights. Sucks.
Seraphina,
Hmm.
what's going through your mind right now in this weakened state as you are trying to plant this tree?
Just very hard to focus being in this kind of state.
As you try to focus, you feel the hands of your friends. You look and you see at your side Nahara, Verity, Evandale, Elias, and Cylindra all assisting you in planting this acorn. And as it is planted, the energy pours out, purifies the tree. It is like rainfall. You can feel a refreshing sort of renewal through you. And as you take those breaths and you lose those detriments to you, you see the natural shimmer of your lunar thorn tree return, no longer dampened by the crawling corruption. However, far away, you feel the shuddering rumble that echoes through the entire realm. The many faithful voices that cry out in fear, filling the entire forest. You look and see a darkness gathering over the heart of the Nightvine Bastion. Dark claws that slink down from the celestial heavens towards the home of the Lunar Sovereign, ready to devour its light and surround its creatures in darkness. And it is with that harrowing visual that our session must come to an end. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this story as well. I'll see you all in the next stream, but until then, head over to willthewitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump into a game yourself. Keep up to date with all of our announcements. And if you want to see our VODs, you can head over to our YouTube channel and check us out there. As always, may the ever-burning light ever guide your steps. Laters.